everyone, my name's Barbara, and I kind of run and oversee the Kandu shop. The shop is a community hub, and I've been here for approximately 18 months. It doesn't seem that time, it seems to have just flown by. And I'm learning lots about the life in Kandu. And it's just something that I could never have envisaged that I would have been involved in at my time of life.
Here we are again, because I've just had to cut for the first time possibly in my whole life. Abby from Wiltshire Centre for Independent Living is here today in the S.H.O.P, the Social and Productivity. I had to get that out because apparently I don't know who this person is, which is embarrassing to say the least. However, you come to us through Matt Stab, haven't you? Yes. Which people who see these podcasts will see that wonderful geezer. Say hello to him when you see him, or he maybe see this, and I'll say hello and come back and do another one. Right, Abby, listen to that. It's a great little bit of music out there.
Good background music.
Isn't it? Should we get them to do? What do you want to sing? Let's do a song.
Oh no, I ain't singing. You ain't gonna get me singing.
I bet I do.
I bet you won't.
All right then.
No.
How long can you wait?
My speech is bad enough. You know, I'm singing yet.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, does it? Because that's the bit. Actually, now we're talking about that. That's the bit about art and music. I think that kind of transcends all those things. Culture, exactly, and music. However, as much as we can talk about that, and it's great that we got those. I was gonna say who those young people are and where they're from, but as I know that they're skiving from Wiltshire College at the moment for their lunch, I won't put them into trouble. But they're very good musicians. Yeah. Wiltshire College. Abby, please tell us anything you want to tell us. Actually, you say what you want to say. I'm here just to listen.
So I work at Wiltshire still.
Yeah.
With Matt. But I'm a PA development worker.
Right. Welcome everyone to the S.H.O.P, the Social Health Positivity. We are in the S.H.O.P. We are in Emery Gate, in Chippenham, in Wiltshire, in England, in the world. I'm surrounded by a veritable, I can't say a clutch, can I say? I can't say a clutch of the WI. What do you call a gathering with the WI? We've never had one. We've got an OO of the WI for anyone who doesn't know what the Women's Institute is. We can also put details up on this video, just say if they want to get in contact. But you're going to tell us a bit more about it anyway, because I'm intrigued. I do remember coming through. Do you know there's I think it's in Essex. There's a little village called Ugly. And I kid you not, you know what I'm going to say next. Yes. You know, the Women's Institute of Ugly, or the Ugly Women's Institute.
That's like the Idle Working Men's Club in Yorkshire.
Really?
Yes.
Not just Yorkshire.
Rayworth, Oxford economist, who kind of, just like we're talking now, went right back to the start and said, hang on, Economics 101 has got this growth, but where did all this come from? And she's completely reimagined it and putting it to work in Amsterdam. They've adopted donut economics, you know, and so let's just
put donut economics.
So picture a circle,
just a little
picture a nice big juicy donut in front of you, and the inner side of the circle, things like we talked about health, education, welfare, the things that in Chippenham make life worth living, the arts, you know, being able to earn a decent living and food and shelter, all of those things. And then the outside of the donut are planetary boundaries, essentially, things like climate change, things like nitrogen runoff and phosphorus usage, you know.
There's very few places that you can take young people and interact with them to say do craft work, to, I don't know, play table tennis or air hockey, things like that. There aren't those facilities to take young people, and that's a crying shame. So we end up spending a lot of time in McDonald's, so it becomes known as Mac mentoring. That's not putting down McDonald's in any shape or form,
No.
but it's not always when you're wanting to engage with a child and speak.
Absolutely, they might have
Sat in
stuff that comes
McDonald's
out.
is not, you know,
deep emotional stuff.
Yeah.
It's
So-
not the most conducive.
So from that point of view, years ago we did used to go to the Bridge Centre and do various things, but I think that is one of the things that's lacking. But the other thing is there are so many organisations, Kandu Arts and lots more in Chippenham doing good things.
The Bridge Centre thing, I remember having a meeting with you, Richard Williams, and saying, look, if this is going to go in a mothball, give it to us until there's another time when you decide what you're going to do with it. That didn't happen, so I was like, geez, it's so hard when you're on the front line. It's like the First World War. I'm not saying it's as extreme as this, although I've worked with kiddies that kill people.
And it's quite interesting you say that, Ed. I probably should have said about it. When I was a young person in Chippenham, I was passionate, as I've already said to you, about football, sport and all the rest of it. Yeah. I had the opposite connection with the Bridge Centre. Yeah. I went there 2 or 3 times when I was 12, 13, and it did absolutely nothing for me unless I played football. Yeah. And I was looking for the bigger picture. Yeah. And I think the discussions we've had over the years, there are certain elements, like with any decision, that we're passionate about the Bridge Centre, and I get that. And when it was pulled down, there was tears and all the rest of it. But I think there was also another element, even for getting me that I'm a counsellor, was actually, when I went there when I was 12, 13, whatever, I didn't get it. Yeah. And I think it was right for some people, but perhaps not right for everybody.
Because even though I've had a really strange year, I've had a really positive time, and I've still managed to get out and meet with our military and our firefighters and huge amounts of residents. I've been involved in the citizenship ceremonies.
Having to move every 2 years, it makes it really difficult to build kind of those strong connections. And now I can do that, and that really excites me. So obviously Ross told me about Kandu Arts, which sounds fantastic. Absolutely up for getting involved as much as I can.
Well, if you get elected, if you don't get elected,
well, even if I don't get elected,
the reason what I'm saying is, no, it's not that. I'm saying if you get elected, it will be very publicly that I want you to get involved. If you don't, come and get involved anyway, because
they've worked their arse off. It is absolutely mental. How this world pandemic has caused such a hectic lifestyle, and they're tired, exhausted, and they deserve to be rewarded. I don't think they deserve to be rewarded by a small little clap on a Thursday. I do not think that is enough. And as I work for the NHS, I feel that everyone should be rewarded during this time, because we have worked very hard, and we have in our team we have worked very hard as well.
Absolutely. Listen, what you people are doing is exactly the same as what the NHS is doing. All I'm saying is we don't need privatised medicine.
Yes,
we don't need privatised railways. We don't need privatised electricity or utilities. It's absurd. It's just another way to steal the collective wealth of the nation.
It's a very good business tactic.
I've experience of working inside a prison. You understand it firsthand, and I hope and I believe are trying your best to try and stop as many people getting there as possible.
It's a monstrous place, and it's no holiday camp. I tell you. You just take the place where you are, and your freedom is gone. It is, I could well up. But I just will say that my charges were all from 1983, 1982. I wasn't. When I met Brenda, life changed.
Yes,
I had a ready-made family, all the rest of it. I was into the politics. But when a friend of mine from South America turned up with a whole load in his suitcase, with my name and address in his, and the whole thing collapsed anyway, and I just went, well, this is what I did. I was never. It was never big time. I was just an old hippie, really. A young hippie in those days, and just bumbling along in life. I wasn't the international
Pablo Escobar.
I'm laughing, I call him Pablo.
Yes. That's
you,
why you called me
yes,
Pablo.
Yeah, what do you think it was? Oh,
no,
right,
I didn't.
Okay, I love it. The fact that I called you Pablo and you didn't tweet. Why do you think I called you Pablo?
Well, I don't know. I thought this bloke's a bit odd. Why is he calling me Pablo?
Why's he calling Pablo? Hello, my friend. Cheech.
It's no laughing matter.
No, it's not.
You know, prison.
Of course, we can do small things locally that actually make people feel like more of a community, not feel so separated. We're not all sitting on our houses on the internet talking to people who are miles away necessarily all the time, but actually sort of going out and maybe building something together, maybe planting up a community garden or tidying up some litter or something, that kind of thing. Actually makes people feel
absolutely. No, I agree. Actually getting involved on lots of levels, and these other podcasts that we've been doing, vlogs, whatever you would call them, are about other organisations. We've been talking to the Allotment Society. It's fantastic.
So it's 0.25 terawatts. Remember that figure, terawatts? Is the figure of energy that we use as a nation at any one time, approximately. All right, so that's the capacity that we need. That's not just for electricity. That's for all our petrol, diesel, everything. For running the country. That's what we need for our industry, our heating, the whole works. 0.25 terawatts. If you look at the map of the UK in terms of its wind energy production, at any one time, or at least stretched over a year and averaged out, it's 2 terawatts of power.
Right. 3 lovely people when I was going around the ward, and they were sitting outside their house because it was a beautiful sunny evening, and a couple of young ladies, lads, sitting on the step, and they said, "Oh yeah, what are you up to?" And I said, "Oh yeah, and I'm delivering my leaflet. I'm hopefully going to be your councillor around here." "Oh, we're not interested, mate. We're not interested. Stick it straight in the bin." Wow. I said, "Well, no, come on. This is me. I'm not just delivering it for anybody. This is me." And I said, "This is what I'd do if I was here for you." And you can see they still weren't engaged. I don't know if the lad sitting on the step was a bit embarrassed, and he said, "Give it to me. I'll have it." But I left them and said, "Look, whether you vote for me or not, I don't care. If I get in, I'll be supporting you, and I'll be supporting your community, because that is what it's all about." Why else do it?
But it's human nature. You see everybody on a micro level just dropping their crisp packet. People don't think about the consequences of anything they do, and that is, I'm sorry to say, quite an arrogant
absolutely
behaviour. And if we could all be a little bit more mindful of the consequences of everything that we do for other people, a lot of the problems that we have in this community, in Wiltshire, in the country, in the world, would be on a lower, smaller scale.
Hi, my name is Claire, and I volunteer here at Kandu Arts. Basically, we like to create a safe space where people can come and sit down and have a chat about whatever they're feeling, or how things that are going on in their life, and they can potentially have a listening ear or some advice, and generally support. We like to create a friendly atmosphere here in Chippenham because we think it's important for communities to work together and be friendly and know where to exchange skills and things like that. So it's a great place to come and tell us all about what you do, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Right, I think Kandu Art Shop should stay open because it is very good for the community. It brings joy all around. And for me personally, I like coming in here because I love the volunteers. They're really nice people, really helpful people. They've done a lot for me this last year or so, even though Ed's a bit crazy, but we all know that. But no, I love coming in here because obviously, as I just said, nice people, and not only that, sing great, and I could sing for England. So there we are. It should stay open as it is a pillar of the community.
As a store, it's like no other in Chippenham. There is nowhere in Chippenham where you can come in and find the variety of artwork that is available here. as a drop-in for anybody that needs it, emotionally, physically, mentally. It's unsurpassed in the town. There's nothing like this in the town. It's completely unique, and it covers such an age range. We get toddlers painting on the table to pensioners coming in and playing musical instruments, pianos, and basically entertaining everybody else that's here. It's so unique. It can't be lost by the town. It really can't.
Yeah, because Kandu to me it's very good for, I feel, for meeting other people, talk to other people, even sometimes friends even come in, which are good. And obviously I do my art down here. I try to do some art down here, but every time I start I always get distracted. Somebody else comes in or whatever and start talking, and I find it's a lot of good fun too for everybody as well as myself. Like Wednesday, for example, we're doing the music session in the afternoon, and it was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And these things like that throughout the week are worth its weight in gold.
Hi, I'm Sarah and I facilitate a singing group here at Kandu, and some of the lovely people that come along to the group have just come in. And Tracy, what is it you'd like us to do today? What did you just tell me you'd like to sing?
I could, I don't know.
Is it a love song?
Love song.
A love song. Yeah. Oh, and Jason, you want Lionel Richie? Okay, Richie, Lionel Richie. We can put Lionel Richie in, can't we? So this is our setup here. We have the screen and we have the chairs here, which is the lovely space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, so the reason that I wanted to facilitate this group is because I've worked in social care for many years, and I recognise that there isn't enough going on in our town to support people who may be suffering from depression, be isolated, especially after the COVID. So I wanted to just create a space where people could come together, sing, and quite often I've had a few ladies that come in, they'll say that they felt really low and they didn't want to come. They've come along and they've left, and they say that they feel so much better because they've chosen songs, we've all sang them, and we have tambourines and we get very excited, and yeah, so it's a huge benefit for the community, and people are coming every week and turning up and having a great time.
Very short time when I realised just how far and wide Kandu actually spreads. We have 5 resident artists. They're all amateur, but the work and the pieces that they produce are just amazing.
Right, so hands up here, how many people met us, Kandu, in the Kandu shop in Emery Gate? Can you put your hands up so have you ever been there? Right, can you put your hands up? A bit more of an effort. Well, you're a maths student or something, I can't be bothered, I'm really intelligent. We're not intelligent, are you? Right, so basically all of you met Kandu and the Kandu thing, so just quickly tell me, what was it? Is that useful, that shop, for you just to hang out in and do music? Yes. Can you tell this to the council? Yeah? And there's a few more of you as well, isn't there, if I'm not mistaken? There's a few people I don't recognise. So you meet there regularly. From that, you have now started using the Kandu studio. Is that useful?
Yeah.
So you had a progress from just meeting him randomly in a shop, but the shop is not a shop, it's a social hub. If it wasn't there and you hadn't had the opportunity, the chances are you wouldn't be doing this now. Right? And we know, don't we, that you're going to be a really successful band.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And when's your first gig?
21st.
21st of December. Come along to that at the Consti Club. 21st December. So from that shop or the social hub being there, we've met all you wonderful people. You've now got another opportunity. It's worth having that shop there, and then you're doing great here anyway. This gets better every week. Yeah? So if, for instance, what would you say to the council about that social hub? Don't shut it down. They're great. It's really good for all generations. You're wonderful people.
But coming to Kandu has enabled me to delve back into those skills and love of therapies, and realising just how much art and craft is a therapy in itself.
Like David, I think his name is David, he come in, never sang before, he's very nervous, whatever, and he sang a song. And then we all congratulate him, and the smile on his face is worth weight in gold. So little things like that. And even some of the kids come in, and some of the people are a little bit nervous. And that, once they get to know us, it's great.
As well.
Yeah, it's really good. And like Phil and a few others, and the guy that does the books, another David, and Patrick and all that. It's a good place for them to come in, chat to us very, very basically how we do deal with things, is that makes it, everybody comes in very welcome. Even make them a coffee or something. Little things like that.
And what happens here is something quite amazing. We have people come in just off the street, basically, who think sometimes this is a charity shop, or it's an art gallery, or we sell knickknacks and novelty things, and then they quickly discover that we are some of those things. We're not a charity shop, although we're self-funding and self-supporting, but that there's far more depth to what we do. And the people that volunteer here, and it is all volunteering, all have skills that they're able to bring to the fore and support people with the difficulties that they have.
And also the volunteers that help out here as well. We all get on well together, we all communicate together to try to make this a really happy, fun place. Yeah, like Mark, he does the windows, he works nights, he still comes in during the day sometimes. And I spend a lot of my time here with Barbara, so we try to communicate together to get this a really happy, cheerful place.
When you're here, you normally have conversations with people.
That late art lady, yeah.
Absolutely. Is it useful being able to talk to people about art and stuff? Yeah. I thought that myself, but being able to talk to people like Patrick and anyone else that's got an interest, you can have those conversations, pick up little tips.
Other people's work.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's interesting to see their techniques.
I'm getting such a buzz again.
Yeah.
What
yeah. Some of Patrick's stuff is up on that wall over there. Can you see?
Right, now.
Oh, you mean abstract?
Abstract stuff, yeah.
I'm starting to have a panic attack talking about that. Amazing, just this chap doing his leather stuff. Me talk.
You do abstract, do you?
It's, I don't know what. I'm going all twinkly now. Fucking mad.
Sure, that's the panic attack. It doesn't sound like a panic attack to me. It sounds good to me. It sounds like
hello.
Right, oh, there you go. Yeah, so he's been doing the art, bringing in art as well and putting up and doing some of the art workshops.
Oh right.
It's good. But your stuff, loads of people look at it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Sharing hobbies like that.
Okay, Dave.
Yes.
If you'd like to just tell the ladies and gentlemen at home, how often have you come to this shop, this social hub of positivity, the Kandu Art social hub of positivity in Emery Gate? How many times do you think you've been here?
Quite a few times.
Yeah?
Don't know how many, but quite a few times.
Excellent. What's the attraction? Why do you come down here? What's the...
Just talking, looking at pictures.
Yeah?
Company.
Excellent.
That kind of thing. So yeah.
Why is that important?
You're meeting people.
Yeah.
You're talking.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
Yeah. And what sort of people have you met since you've been here, and what sort of things have you done?
Met you, a few other people.
Yeah. Well, that's. But for people that have never been here, what would you suggest is a good reason to come?
I suggest they would come to something to good look at as well.
Some good pieces of art and stuff to look at. That's very kind. What about the art workshops? Have you taken part in any of those?
Not yet, no, but I'd like to.
Right. Did you not do one a few weeks ago?
Oh, I did, yeah, I did. Sorry,
right,
I did, yeah.
Oh, shame we haven't got CCTV in here, innit? So you did take part in a workshop. I dare and ask, how was it? You can't remember doing it. Memorable?
Yes, I can, but very good.
Yeah? Good.
Simply what we do is listen, and I think that is something that's greatly missing in our communities.
And now obviously like we have some disabled people come in, and it's just to see them smile and whatever. But now we're going to do more for the disabled, because I've got experience in Great House, which used to be a disabled care home, and when they come in, then we can do things for them to help them, that they do something.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot involved. I enjoy it. I know I'm normally down here at least 3 times a week at the moment, but sometimes I feel it's a little bit much, but I still come down.
And I just hope the powers that be will realise how important what we're doing is. But Kandu just really means the world to me, and it's helped me so much. As much as I do for Kandu, I get back in spades from Kandu.